Before Gucci Berry would make you laugh and cringe simultaneously with a series of bizarre stunts.
Get it. Oh, get it.
Before Gucci Berry would amass a giant following on social media and hang out with the likes of Juice WRLD, Waka Flocka Flame, and YBN Cordae. Before Gucci Berry was taking part in the Kylie Jenner Challenge. Also the Baby Shark Challenge. And do some serious damage to his man bits with Swing to the Sack Sundays. The average Instagram user spends 53 minutes a day on the app, checking out its various news outlets, Instagram babes, brands, and the celebrities that they follow. Now there's obviously something for everybody, and if you're into the weird, the wild, and the weed stuff, well, you're definitely going to want to check out our boy Gucci Berry, aka Brian, aka the Cold Crusher, aka Booty Hole Troll, hashtag Mullet Gang. Never a fan of a shirt? Well, Gucci Berry, he's taken to IG showing off his slick mullet, his numerous tats, along with his prized balls of steel. While the videos have caused mixed reactions from viewers, he certainly has amassed a loyal following in search of good cringe content. Now, we were actually able to set up an interview with the man himself, and he answered all our questions. He's actually a super sweet guy, and you're gonna be blown away when you find out what he studied in college. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Gucci Berry prior to fame. Here for you, of course, and before they're famous. Now, we've actually done it before they're famous on Gucci's sidekick, Daddy Longneck, also Gucci's enemy, Joker Gang. Be sure to check those out after this one. You guys requested this video, hitting me up over on IG. Be sure to let us know who's next in the comments down below. And also give myself and Gucci a follow over on Instagram. There are links down below. Here we go. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Gucci Berry was born Brian S. Waterbury on April 2nd, 1964, in the state capital of Lansing, Michigan, to parents Arden and Carolyn Waterbury. While he didn't go into too much detail, Gucci stated that Arden, well, he was his stepfather. In fact, I'll let him explain.
My real dad died when I was 2, okay? But he was in the Air Force and worked for Fisher Body, which is Oldsmobile here. My mom worked for Oldsmobile, worked for Motor Wheel, done accounting jobs, stuff like that. And we lived out on the farm through my junior high years to the end of my high school years.
Growing up in Lansing as a kid, Gucci tripped on a rock and he knocked out his front teeth. Now, he hasn't worried too much about replacing them, although he does state that when the Instagram money starts rolling in, he will get himself an iced out grill. Now, the youngest of 5 siblings, Gucci's stepbrother was a wrestling state champion, and he would often use him for practice. This gave young Brian his first taste of true physical pain. And I gotta imagine that being hit with a clothesline every day from an experienced wrestler, well, it would allow him to build up a bit of a pain tolerance. He and his siblings, they were used to play fighting around the house, and Brian even told me this.
I mean, we used to sit up in the room, put one boxing glove on, and beat the shit out of each other with one hand behind our back.
During junior year, Gucci lived on a farm with his family in rural Michigan, and there his parents, well, they allowed the kids to grow their own weed. Now, Gucci, he grew up a fan of physical comedy, idolizing comic actors including Robin Williams, John Belushi, and Chris Farley.
And I live in a van down by the river.
While his dad was the serious type, he stated that both his mother and his grandmother were the jokers around the house. Now, when it comes to his signature sense of humor, well, Gucci began honing his craft of nut-kicking while in high school, describing himself as the class clown. His fellow students, they would walk by in the halls, and Gucci, well, he would lay one on them right in the moneymaker. While his personality on Instagram may seem a little wacky, make no mistake, Gucci Berry is no dummy. While enrolled at Lansing Community College, the man studied business and engineering. And when you're taking a beer keg to the sack, you better make sure you're well versed in physics. You know what I mean? Before hitting it big with Instagram, he held several different jobs. Actually, well, several, it doesn't cut it. When we asked him if he could recall all the jobs he's held throughout his life, well, he had this to say.
Oh, hell no.
We did manage to squeeze out a couple answers from him. Gucci confirmed that he was employed as a trailer park manager as well as a rent-to-own manager, and while working as a maintenance worker at an apartment complex, he would spend much of his day delivering auto parts on a dolly. As it happens with many people in this profession, well, he did damage to his back lifting 200-pound hoods and refrigerators. Eventually, he landed himself in the hospital for a week, and he underwent physical therapy and began using Percocets to cope with the physical pain. Now his back began to show improvements, and soon after he landed a job as a driver for Keystone. Not a bad gig, but soon after he hurt his back again, and it was this injury that put him back on perks, and soon enough, well, he was addicted. He became dependent on the drug, and it was during this time that he gained much of his weight. Gucci was married in 1989 and had 4 kids, while the first 2 of which are stepkids from his wife's previous relationship. The couple had 2 twins born in 1990. Unfortunately, him and his wife, they got divorced 3 or 4 years ago. And his wife, well, she passed away soon after at the age of 52. She too had been a heavy user of Percocets, which is awful, a tough break. Gucci, he's also recently lost his mother and his friend King Dave.
He was a good boy.
What happened there?
Not really sure. All we know is what lungs and heart. That's kind of what we know.
When we asked Gucci Berry to tell us something that his fans likely didn't know about him, well, he had this to say.
Maybe I was pretty goddamn straight laced up until about 5 or 6 years ago. I had a flat top and short hair and no tattoos except for the one on the shoulder.
Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, how Gucci Berry became an Instagram sensation. Carrying his love for physical pain, the man took to Snapchat, first finding success on that app, and him and his manager Greg realized that they would reach more eyeballs if they got on Instagram. They first began to pick up momentum during the summer of 2017, and things took off following a few shoutouts from World Star Hip Hop. From there, the boys were off to the races, and it was over on Instagram that Gucci Berry's page quickly gained some traction, with over 200,000 followers at the time of this recording, and that's after being shut down or put on hold numerous times.
You know, they deleted my fucking video again. It's funny they let all those fucking whores out there show their shit. I had nothing showing. They need to fucking...
His content includes a variety of different stunts Gucci would take to the gram to film himself getting hurt almost on the daily for your viewing pleasure. His noteworthy of videos include him engaging in a boxing match with his son immediately after the two were pepper sprayed in the eyes, and they're even taping a bouncy ball to his stomach and then rolling him down a hill. Now Gucci, he still practices the fine art of nutcracking with his weekly series, Swing to the Sack Sundays, a personal fave of mine. Now Gucci has been more than open about his use of marijuana. A proud stoner, it was medical marijuana that allowed him to kick his nasty addiction to painkillers. He's posted a ton of different videos featuring him finding creative ways to get high, including sticking an empty water cooler over his head and having weed funneled in through a tube. Unfortunately, in order to keep this video monetized, we can't show you the said video. Instead, we're going to show you Gucci Berry doing the Baby Shark Challenge once again, because I love it. Absolutely hypnotic. I love it. Now Gucci has stated that the hardest stunt he has ever had to recover from was getting shot with a taser. He even had to sign a consent form in case he had died. Now it's already a risky endeavor due to Gucci having an irregular heartbeat, but the man went through with it. And Gucci, he's also gone on to collaborate with several prominent IG stars, the most notable of which would probably be Longneck, who's also from the state of Michigan. And the two, well, they've been featured in several of each other's videos, probably even more.
Come on, let's go get something to eat!
Now the two were briefly beefing just a few weeks ago when the fellow Instagram figure released a video that looked as if Longneck was dissing Gucci. As it turns out, the two eventually reconciled over pizza and mozzarella sticks. You know, that's how a true friendship survives.
Gucci Berry, where are we going?
Well, we're gonna go get your skinny ass legal so we can get you high and put some weight on your ass, man.
Gucci took to Venice Beach, California this summer to square up against Zackass in a no-holds-barred nut-kicking competition. Gucci, of course, he came out victorious, and we're gonna show you a clip from that just to show you what we want to put as much nut cracking in this video that we can do, or that you can handle.
Run it! Run it! Run it!
Now Gucci is not just known as being a nut-cracking online comedian, he's experienced pain in several different ways. He got his first tattoo back in the 80s, which innocently enough was a bulldog on his shoulder. Then in 2016, he decided to take things to the next level. He got the Jason mask on his forearm, and it didn't take long for him to start tattooing his face. Yeah, that's right. He got an iced out Bart where his heart used to be. I'm talking about the Burr ice cream cone from Gucci Mane. But Gucci Berry, he got one for himself. He ain't messing around.
Okay, I got this one right around Halloween, maybe a little before that. This one came a little bit after, and then the Gucci berry. Within, I'd say, what, about 6 months of everything? Yeah, right around there.
He also uploaded a video of him getting a tattoo of Mr. Hanky from South Park on his back. Funny story, Gucci told me that he has a big nasty birthmark. He wanted to cover it up, so he figured a turd, well, it would do the trick. His more recent pieces of work include his arm taco and the Freddy Krueger head spread out across his back. Now all of these, they're for shoutouts. The guy's getting tattoos done for free.
And then I got my World Star tattoo just late last year. My can't wipe, my toilet paper roll.
While his Instagram audience is increasing daily, Gucci Berry has even expanded into hip-hop. In July of this year, he released his first music video entitled Booty Hole Troll. Now you're definitely gonna want to check out this entire video. It's absolutely hilarious. It's also on his YouTube channel. Now Gucci told me that the future looks bright with him and his team. Well, they're getting a lot of new opportunities coming their way. I'm actually pretty eager to meet Gucci Berry. Just think it'd be really great for like an Instagram video. So maybe I'll drive out to Michigan. I mean, it's not that far. Let me know if that's something you want me to do in the comments down below. As for the rest of the story, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see because this is before they're famous. My name is Michael McCred and we make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel. We do a lot of internet celebrities, but then we do A-listers from Hollywood, we do rappers, we do models, we do it all. Let us know who's next in the comments down below and I'll see you guys in another video.